I said thank you yet? If not, just remind me, and I will, twice a day, like atmospheric suppositories. I mean, most guys, they'd have killed me without a second thought. I, probably shouldn't keep reminding you not to trust me.
Tell me everything you know about Rogan the Butcher.
Right to business, huh? He's a strange guy, Rogan. Got his own kind of honor. I think he gets off on the whole underworld anti-hero image. Freedom to thumb his nose at any authority on any planet. You'd like him, if he wasn't trying to kill you.
He's really gone deep cover. Didn't think the Empire gave their agents much freedom.
I never tried to get under the covers with the guy. But if the gangster thing's just an act, he plays it really well. When we land planetside, you get a room somewhere, right? You don't expect us to keep sleeping in these closets. Never mind. So, what was it like, Noctrayan? I'd been asking Risha, but she gets all weird and prickly about it. She actually slapped me when I said it'd be a better story if you turned out to be his long-lost son. Even Rogan was impressed when he heard you dug up the old man's treasures.
What did Rogan say about me?
Well, it started with the blasters, but mostly he got mad after you dodged his assassins. It was a pride thing. Then when you hooked up with the lady senator, ooh, he hated her. He was after you just to get you out of her hands. But none of this is news. I want to hear about you. Did you always know this was what you wanted to do? I like to imagine your parents programmed janitorial droids, and this was your way out of the family business.
Yes, that's it exactly.
Really? That's incredible. Did you mention something once? Otherwise, I don't know how I would have... Oh, right. I'll stop asking. I guess you've been wondering how someone like me ever ended up with the Jedi, huh?
I really don't think about you that much.
I was always kind of the odd one out in my family. And believe me, it was not a small family. When they kicked me out, I went to Nar Shaddaa and met a Jedi who said all the weird stuff that happens to me is a connection to the Force.
Don't sell yourself short. You do plenty of weird stuff all on your own.
And you know, that was an issue. The Jedi are all about recruiting kids too young to know better, so there it was. Me and all these serene little kids. You've never known real rage until you've been lectured on controlling your emotions by a 4-year-old in a robe.
Avoid sanctimonious Jedi brats. Noted.
The kids were prigs, but at least they didn't pity me. The way my master used to look at me. I couldn't spend my life being the Jedi-class clown, you know. It was obvious I wasn't going to master the Force. Never even figured out how to work my dead master's lightsaber. So, have I been looking any more convincing with the lightsaber? I mean, it's about as much use to me in a fight as a glow-in-the-dark belt buckle. But I figure if I wave it around, maybe it'll scare people off.
I haven't noticed anyone running in fear at the sight of you. No.
Well, you've got to admit, the people who attack us aren't generally very concerned about, well, living. This was the only lightsaber we had, you know, in the whole Enclave. I wasn't in the Jedi Academy proper. Never made it that far. My master ran a recruitment center on Nar Shaddaa. I don't think he had the guts to actually bring me out in public.
I thought all Jedi trained at the Academy.
There's always a few who slip through the cracks. I need you to teach me to fight dirty. You'd think I'd be good at that, you know, but when it gets beyond cowering in doorways, I'm pretty much all point and shoot. Show me how you work your magic.
I usually aim below the belt.
I hear that works really well on humans. They should make every Jedi kid spend time in a war zone. When you see what real Sith are like, it makes my blood run cold. And don't make any fish jokes there. I'm serious. It makes you see why the Jedi make such a big deal about not giving in to the dark side.
Isn't Don't Give In to the Dark Side kind of Jedi School 101?
I never thought I was the type. You know, like all Sith had to be these brooding, sadistic puppet masters. But Master Lauren was right. The road to the dark side starts with things we all feel. Jealousy, greed. They're all the seeds of it. I'd rather spend the rest of my life meditating on a cold rock than turn into that. You know, you're the kind of guy, you know where you stand. Either you're laughing or you're shooting. I would have done much better with someone like you. Master Lauren was just ice. You had no idea if he even knew you were in the room.
The fart jokes are a dead giveaway.
Yeah, Master Lauren hated those. If I'd been able to make him laugh, I wouldn't have had to be such a wretch. But you know, you say hello, you get back, study more. Then you go release Kowakian monkey lizards in the Master's mess. That's just how it goes. Captain, I just want to say thank you. I could never have imagined you would put up with me for this long. When I first came on board with you, I thought it was going to be a few weeks at most before you left me on some isolated moon.
Never say never.
I know you better than that. Tough facade, but underneath, you're all heart. I've never been anywhere that I got the kind of trust and respect I have from you and the rest of the crew. You're like my family. I just know we'll all be together forever.